Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Got him in the house. This is Ginger. Of course, you probably already recognize that. This is just old pot with some old soil in it that would definitely be, some people would throw it away. I didn't do nothing but mix in a little bit of manure while I was using it last year. Right now, it's just holding the ginger. This is the seed ginger that I planted this year. So, ergo or Virgo, this ginger is just being held with a heat mat under it. And I got an old 5-gallon bucket lid just sitting there. And I water it, keep it moist but not wet. If you do wet it and keep it wet, well, of course, you can receive a lot of rot. But if you just moisten it and keep it warm, that feels pretty good. It's nice and warm. Because try to supply what the ginger grows in the climate. Grows in a warm climate. Now, this is ginger that I added to the mix. Bought this about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half. It's just some peat, and I put the ginger in there after soaking it overnight. I just soak it overnight to try if I can remove some of the inhibitors. Whether it works or not, I'm not sure, but I usually just soak it, and soaked it for a little over 8 hours. And you can't see some of it, but this pan is literally filled with ginger. I could pull a piece out and use it in there if I had to. But this is part of my seed stock. Now, why am I doing this? Planting them so early. Here in Maryland, I want the ginger to take as much time as it needs to do what it needs to do. So, ginger likes to grow up for 8 to 10 months, so you get a really good, amount of ginger grown. But I got to be honest with you. I've been looking at some of them online, and from what I've seen, there are a lot of people not growing a lot of ginger. And they're saying they did well. Well, I'll give them credit for trying and doing what they do, but they put it in there in April and expect it to be full of ginger. And the pieces that they're growing, even the ones that on the line, they kind of claim they're an expert. They're not growing much ginger. I look at what they're growing, and I'm going, okay, that's nice, but something looks like either you starved it or didn't have enough time to mature or, grow much. But I found that just go ahead and try to do what you can to grow it as long as you can. And you can get some really good ginger grown. Don't let it dry out too much, but don't over wet it, because you will rot it. Now, this got a lid that goes on it, and I close it up. Tomorrow, when you look in here, this will be full of all kind of steam, if you will, or condensation. And this one here, I kind of found hard to close up. So what I did is I put over it a old pellet bag, plastic bag, to hold in as much heat as I can. So once they start rooting, the ginger starts to root. I'm going to just hold on until it gets warm enough to put it outside. And then I'm going to put it in, when it grows outside, I'm going to put it in bags. I'm going to put it in it's a child wading pool. That's my biggest container. And it doesn't have to be all that deep. You do about 6 inches of of a soil mix and put it in. And remember to feed it heavily, because ginger likes to eat kind of like tomatoes. You like to feed it. Just feed it. And that's why I had much success last year. But just didn't plant it long enough last year. But it did okay. Now, I'm not bragging about it. It did all right, but it wasn't nothing to brag about. But I got to say, I love the taste of it. I like cooking with it. And I got to say, I'm really got onto this kick about growing ginger. Not because it's as expensive as hell when you go in the grocery store, but because it's a great looking plant. Doesn't require you to fuss over it. Just put it in kind of like a sunny, slight shady area. Some people tell you put it in all sun. Some people tell you put it in mostly shade. And some people, it's just, you get all the information you want, and it goes back and forward. Look for that when you online trying to get information. It goes back and forward, the information. But one thing is consistent is that when you're growing it, when you get it outside finally, don't let it dry out. But don't keep it sopping wet. And you'll be successful at it. Easy grow. And I don't say, everybody say something easy grow. Some of that stuff is not easy grow. But this here is easy grow. It's just easy. As long as you got a little bit of time, you don't have to fuss over it, like I said, like some plants. And also I'm going to do big Jim peppers here. I like the way they turned out last year. They did really well. They showed off. This is the first time I've seen really big peppers from me growing peppers. So what I'm going to do, I'm growing the big Jims, but I'm going to winter sow this year. Look it up, winter sowing. I'm not going to do a video on winter sowing, but because it's so easy to do it. Winter sowing is so easy. You won't want to go back to fussing over it with lights and heat mats and all that when you're growing plants. You won't want to do that because it's just a waste of time. Spindly plants, plants that dampen off, plants that cost money while they're growing with running electric and watering it and feeding it and doing. I don't want to do all that. I want to put it in a container, keep an eye on it. When it gets warm enough for it to start showing signs of growth, it'll grow like it's supposed to. That's winter sowing. So keep it simple. Well, you know the rest. Well, that's it. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Just hit me up, leave a comment. Because I learned that people just are busy today. They don't really have a lot of time to leave a lot of comments. But I'm going to tell you like this. This is really fun to do, and I like it. Ginger. Grow as much as you can. This is the Morning Gardener Show. Leave your comments. Or if you want to just say something, hello, just say hello. All right now.